Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Group Chat. We got a good episode. And, I think the key moment is actually towards the end where we really question at what point do people draw the line and care about whether or not you're offensive? Is the line, the product is too good? The product can be good enough that the level of how offensive you can be goes up? Is it when it's handy for someone in charge to throw somebody under the bus? When does it matter? Because it doesn't seem to me that it's all the same rules all the time.
Yeah, it is a very interesting line that society has to walk. Because we give certain passes to things as long as the product is good.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we're going to talk about that. So we have a lot of topics today. And then we're going to kind of end in that area. Who is ready?
Ooh, woo!
There we go. Let's get into it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Group Chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey. Anand, did you go to were you like courtside at a Dodger game?
I was at the Dodgers game last night, but I actually want to rewind to 2 nights ago. Our friend Mikey went to San Francisco for the Giants-Dodgers game, and Mikey might be our most famous friend.
I saw you talking about the Tom Cruise picture.
Yes.
What the hell is going on?
What's up with Tom Cruise?
He looks a little strange.
He's 59 years old. Give the guy a break.
59's not that old.
But he looked younger than 59.
He looks
look at Jeff Bezos. How old is Jeff Bezos? 60?
53, 54.
That's all Jeff Bezos
looks
is? Oh my God. That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. He looks a little like manufactured in a Scientology lab.
Yeah.
Like, where's the real Tom? I don't think that was Tom.
So Mikey was at the Giants-Dodgers game sitting directly behind Tom Cruise.
Yep.
So it was Tom Cruise, his nephew, and Tom Cruise's son. That was the trio. Yeah. Mikey said he talked to Tom Cruise the entire game.
No way.
Yes.
No.
I thought he was bullshitting when he said that.
No, I was with Mikey all day yesterday. Apparently the nephew...
Any gem?
The nephew was watching the Alabama-Texas A&M game.
Unbelievable game.
And so
on
Mikey...
his phone?
Yeah, on his phone. And Mikey, obviously, is a man of all sports.
Yeah.
So he was watching with the nephew.
Yeah.
Just talking to Tom Cruise and the family the whole time.
I wonder if he's getting invited to Thanksgiving.
He's going to get invited to something that's going to involve
so two takeaways that Mikey said about Tom Cruise. Nicest guy.
Great. I believe that.
And he said, if Tom Cruise, whether 6 months now, a year from now, if Mikey was around and he says, hey, I'm the guy from the Giants-Dodgers game, he goes, I guarantee you Tom Cruise will remember.
I'm the guy from the Dodger game. I mean, there's 50,000 people there.
But it sounds like he, bonded with Mr. Cruz. Oh, Bezos is 57.
Yeah.
Did he get any gems that we could share with the group? Is there any inside info? Any
no gems?
Tom tells really funny jokes.
He said he was fairly normal, and he couldn't see visible security.
Wow.
Which I was shocked by.
There's maybe
they were there.
They were there. They're just not visible. They're probably wearing commoner clothes.
So you think he just bought
like
10
the chubby
seats?
dude. Chubby dude next to him, like snacking on hot dogs, is secretly like a judo black belt.
Yeah, I mean, he can't go out in public in a normal. He just can't.
Yeah, I mean, he's Tom Cruise.
They had to be around. They had to be like probably 5 seats in all directions around.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, there doesn't get much more famous than Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, Mikey could have just put him in a headlock and found out.
So,
nope, just testing.
So that was fun, and then fast forward to.
That wasn't the story.
That's not the story.
Okay, that's a good story.
Well, that's not the story.
That's not the story.
So it's the story from last night's game.
Yeah, last night's game. Forget the game.
Okay.
So Brian,
I like that.
Brian Toll, very generous, invites me to the game. Takes me, his Dr. Jeff, who's a friend of the pod, Modern Prescription, and Tony from Hwood.
Yeah.
So it's the 4 of us. Mikey has his own seats, obviously. And
who's Mikey bring?
Mikey brought Charlie.
Tom Cruise.
Okay. Tom Cruise. Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
So we get there, go to the game. We have it, great setup, great food. We're hanging
You're
out.
at the Dugout Club.
Dugout Club. And
So those that don't know, Dugout Club is like the seats right behind home base on the field level. They have like a private club, basically, food, drinks, bar, and it's a scene.
it's a scene.
It's
Like
a scene.
every which way you
Especially
look,
now.
you recognize someone you know.
Yeah.
Especially this time of the season, right?
Ran into Michael Mente, another friend of the pod,
Yes.
Revolve founder. So like it was just,
Yeah.
it was like going to Delilah,
Yeah, exactly.
right? You just see everyone you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
great experience. One interesting note there, me and Mikey get there at 4:30, 2 hours before the game. Every seat, every table at the Dugout Club is full.
Yeah.
2 hours before the game.
Because no one's got nothing to do.
No one's working.
Yeah.
It-
Everyone's filthy rich in that room.
Yeah.
So game, whatever, it sucked. Dodgers lost 1-0. A lot of wind. Couple balls probably should have gone out. And
It was cold, huh?
it was cold, windy. But the problem
real
is
windy.
when it's 1-0 in the bottom of ninth,
No one wants to leave.
53,000 people are sitting in their seats.
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah.
leaving because the Dodgers have a shot to win. So
Yeah.
game ends, 53,000 people walk out.
So, by the way, Dodger Stadium, whoever designed that, it could be the worst person on earth.
There's
Leaving
like one
Dodger,
road in and out.
literally one road.
Yeah.
And it's everyone going out that same
Like,
road.
Yeah.
for context, 1-0 bottom of the ninth, worst case scenario for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario for the Dodgers, worst case scenario for every fan.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
everyone's
it really
leaving
is.
at the exact same time.
Security, everybody.
Yeah, so it's super crowded to get out. We're like busting through rows to try to get in front of people. We're just like bobbing and weaving trying to get to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Get to the parking lot, it's a standstill.
Yeah.
Like no one's moving.
Tailgate.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's moving for a long time.
Okay.
But it gets more interesting.
Fist fight.
No. So Brian drives a Tesla.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It died.
We
No.
we get to the Tesla. He's trying to load his app to start the car. What happens when you go to a stadium with 52,000 people all in a small area? Your phone doesn't work.
And 2,000 Teslas there.
And so his app wouldn't turn on to start the car.
He doesn't have
He doesn't even have a key on
He
him?
left the key at home.
Oh my God.
So Brian leaves the key at home. We're all
That's very cocky.
Tesla
Very cocky.
Very tech.
Yeah.
And so we can't load an app. We try on every single phone. My phone, Jeff's phone, Tony's phone, Brian's phone.
Where's Mikey?
Mikey has car service.
Why did you go with him?
He's long gone.
He's gone.
He's already home.
Oh my God.
No, so now here comes the debate.
Yeah.
We security, like in the golf cart, we pull him over. We're like, what's the deal? Can we leave the car overnight? And he's like, I'm not going to tell you this, but yes, you can.
Yeah.
Like there's drunk people that leave their cars all the time.
I'm not going to tell you this. He told you.
No, but he was like, wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
Gave
Like
in real quick.
Yeah.
he's
I
like,
can't tell you yet.
he goes, you can leave the car overnight and come pick it up in the morning.
Okay.
So that was one option. Then Brian, big shot business guy, shows me his calendar because Mikey's like, just come in the car and leave
Yeah.
your car. And, Brian, big shot business guy, shows me his calendar, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., everything's booked. And he's like, when am I going to get the car? And
You could send maybe an employee.
Doesn't he have like assistants?
that's what I would think.
Yeah.
But Brian, he's being very nice. And he goes, you guys just go with Mikey. You go with Mikey. Like, I'll handle it. And we're like, no, we're not going to leave you.
In an hour, the phone will work.
Yeah, in an hour. And so we're
He would have said, all right, see ya.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture.
Good luck.
so we're debating what to do. He calls his wife Sienna to send a key in an Uber to us. Like we'll walk to some establishment and then the key he can get. But then I was just like, won't the app start working once all these people leave?
Yeah.
So we decide to walk down to Sunset.
Okay.
And where Brian wants to hang out at the lobby of the Super Motel 8.
Okay.
And this is where I put my foot down.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm willing to stay.
Just like I'm rich, I will not sit in the lobby of the Motel 8.
I can't be seen here.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Let's go to a restaurant.
Yeah, let's go to a restaurant. There's a lot. That's a up and coming area, right?
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of things are coming.
Yeah.
So
Just out of curiosity, was it because of like it felt a little like sketchy?
it was completely sketchy. It's like bright lights. You're sitting in effectively like the lobby of like a hospital, and it looked like I didn't want to spend the next hour of my day there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
Right.
That's
Like,
fair.
Okay. I think I know where this is going.
So we walk to, we see this like nice little wine bar. We walk in. They're like, we're not serving anymore. And I'm like, why would you turn down the business? There's 50,000 people here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 3,000 people with Teslas that can't get out. That don't need a place to hang out.
so they turn down our business.
Yeah.
So we leave. We keep walking. We're like, we're going to find somewhere.
Yeah.
See this place. It's bustling, a lot of people. And we're like, all right, let's just hang out here, post up, grab a drink. We walk in and we know the owner of the bar.
Yeah.
And it's our friend Johnny, who's married to a good friend of Dee's, Priya Satani.
Yeah.
And he takes care of us for the next 45 minutes while we wait for an Uber, have great convo. He tells me the bar is doing great. It's called the Douglas. So if you ever go to the Dodger game,
Yeah.
stop by the Douglas. It's open from 4 p.m. to midnight.
Oh my gosh.
And he got his drinks. We hung out, watched some highlights.
Oh yeah. TV.
He had TVs.
Wow.
And the lift came with the key. The app started working all at the same time.
Oh wow.
And we finally, Brian went and got the car, picked us up, and we got home.
And was there any traffic when you guys left? Then?
No, it was empty. Quite the adventure.
Wow.
That is a good story.
What a night out. What a night out on the town. Like the old days with your friends, just trying to figure it out.
Just
Find a bar that'll have you.
It felt very collegey.
Yeah.
That's like a post-college. You're 22, don't know what's going on. Except
A lot of problem with your friend group and keys.
Yeah.
You know, Dee had like a manhunt for his keys for like 5 hours the other day.
Yeah.
Brian doesn't even carry a key anymore. That's just absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I just don't know from not being a Tesla owner, but it seems so sketchy to always rely on your phone. What if something else happened and you can't get into your damn car?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
that's when tech can go wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good stuff. Glad you had fun.
Yeah.
So where are we at with the Dodgers? Are they down 2?
Yeah, Giants are up 2-1. Game 4
So we're
starts
screwed.
at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So by the time this episode goes up, the game should be on/over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mikey's
it's
already there.
2-1
Mikey's
Already there.
in the dugout club.
yeah, I mean, given how yesterday went, he should be at the dugout club now if he wants a seat.
That's
Does
so,
Mikey have season tickets? Is that why he's always?
No, he just has the plug.
Wow.
It's great seats.
He has a great plug.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tom
and then
Cruise.
one more story. This is actually really cool. So Anthony was there, and I knew Anthony was there with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
So we're sitting, and I see I was like, oh, that's Anthony, and I was like, oh, that's Kendrick Lamar. They walk up, dap up Magic Johnson, and sit right next to him.
Oh wow. So Magic was
Wow.
hosting them?
I don't know who was hosting him. but
Magic's everywhere.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He is everywhere.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that is cool.
Those are LA legends.
There we go.
Not Anthony, but Kendrick and Magic.
Love it. Okay. You guys want to talk about some news?
Yeah.
What's going on with gas prices? I mean, I guess that's the good thing about Brian. He doesn't have to worry about that. But what is going on? Gas is through the roof?
Gas is, I got an email last night from one of our factories that said, because in China, they're trying to control the use of power and energy, the factory is only open 2 days a week. I think I mentioned this on last episode, the episode before last.
Yeah.
And gas prices, I mean, in England are completely out of control. They actually think they're going to run out of gas in England. And that's obviously just from stuff I'm reading. I'm sure people who listen to the podcast out there would have a better take, but crude oil barrel is at nearly $80, and it was, I think, negative at the beginning of the pandemic. Like the storage was costing more than the actual oil.
Mhm.
So it's crazy to see like what's happening is there was a lot of demand, obviously reduction last year. And then because of that, we saw this huge increase right when the country started to reopen and people started kind of traveling again and the world just kind of got back to normal. But the supply didn't catch up yet. So there's like this huge point we're at right now where I don't know when we actually catch up. We have severe labor shortages all over the world. You have obviously supply chain issues, but like gas prices, when they explode like this, what people don't realize is like when a tank of gas is like $30 more than it was, that's $30 that's not going to a restaurant, that's not going to buy a t-shirt or not going to an NFT. Like that's all of that money is just getting sucked at the pump. The only thing that I could say that the reason why in LA you would normally see complete hysteria from people posting gas prices, and we're just not. I fill up my gas once a month, and today I went. I was like, oh shit,
It's shocking.
yeah, it was shocking.
Do you know what
It was shocking amount
You know
of
what
money.
I do, and this is like really stupid. When I fill up my gas, I'm like, there's no way I'm spending more than $50-$60. I just stop.
You stop at 50.
It doesn't even matter if it fills up half my can, 3/4.
I mean,
it's
that
just
is
like a
stupid.
mental block. I'm like, there's no way I'm letting this run up to $90.
Mine was $100 today. I paid $5 a gallon.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And
Here's what I don't get, and
I was literally on empty. That was the interesting part too.
so we had no one using oil last year,
Yeah.
right? The country world stopped. We weren't traveling. Planes weren't going anywhere.
Cars were not being driven.
Cars were maybe like, yeah, sure. But the consumption was massively down. Is the answer they just stopped drilling for oil because they didn't want to store it? And
Probably.
they didn't have an excess supply? Like in theory, there was so much oil that it was already been drilled. Wouldn't you think there was excess supply because no
I
one
think-
was using it?
They probably went through it throughout the year because they cut production. They probably weren't utilizing all of the supplies. And so they cut production and then they started probably slowly ramping up. This shit just went berserk. Demand went so berserk. And we're seeing it. You talk to a port person, they just don't have labor. I guarantee you, no one wants to go back to the refinery now that they got Cool Cat NFTs.
Right.
They're just it's probably such a combination of labor issues, not fast enough ramp up of all the of the drilling of the refineries. It's just all of it, just a complete shit show.
I will say, similar to healthcare, which technology really hasn't penetrated, this seems so obvious that there needs to be a more efficient way. Because the way gas prices whipsaw in the course of a summer is like, it probably shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
Like there should be a more efficient way to predict where prices are going and predict supply, predict demand. And I mean, someone's going to make a business that's going to solve this, in my opinion.
But my other
Or maybe Elon just destroys them all.
yeah. I mean, I also
Those were my two questions. Two questions is like, is this incredible for Tesla?
or electric
Like you
cars
have to
in
think
general.
even the awareness. Yeah. You have to think like even the awareness that this is possible would cause people to think about a Tesla or think about an electric car more seriously. And then the other thing is this bad when it comes to the people who vote? Is this bad for Biden because they don't give a shit
Yes.
why it's happening? They just say Biden
100%.
under Trump, gas prices were this. Under Biden, they're this.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at like history, a sticker price increase in oil has caused recessions.
Of course,
Has caused-
like think about it, families can't take vacations.
Yeah. Well, you just think about
If the cost of your vacation doubles because of gas,
yeah.
you're going to rethink going on that road trip to Yosemite.
So where I think it's going to really hurt because we know no one's driving to work. So
Yeah.
that's
They're driving to the dugout club.
yeah, they're driving the dugout club. So
Yeah.
here's where I think it will really affect people is this oil kind of energy crisis. It's not going to get fixed this year for sure. Like 100%, the rest of this year is fucked. So when will be the next big driving period? Will be Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So Thanksgiving will be the time when everyone goes to the pump. They're fueling up to go to, Aunt Mary's. And all of a sudden,
There's no pumpkin pie because you spent it all on gas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the real problem is. And then you're sitting around the Thanksgiving table and you're like, you know what? I know about this Joe
Let's
Biden
order
guy.
McDonald's.
No, I don't know about this Joe Biden guy.
Yeah.
I just
Trump
paid,
wasn't so bad.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of conversations at Aunt Mary's house.
Oh my God, Aunt Mary. I mean,
I know we don't like to talk about politics anymore,
Yeah.
but every article is dragging Biden in the mud.
Yeah. Well, I
I mean,
mean,
he has like the lowest approval rating like in like a very long time, 38% or something.
Yeah, it's actually declining amongst the youth, which is actually even more concerning for him.
Well, you take away our gas and that thing's going to plummet.
yeah. I mean, and I think with the gas prices, like I could only see by November and December if it's a cold winter here and in Europe and in Asia, which is typically is getting colder. We have drastic climate change issues. The demand for oil is going to go through the roof. If we're paying like $8, why not? Why can't it be $8 a gallon? It's $5 now where I live.
Yeah.
It could be $8.
Yeah.
But I also think when we talk about the, electric cars and technology and apps, last night was a perfect example where technology can cripple you.
Yeah.
Like you have no access to the internet effectively, and your existence kind of just stops.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I don't
he's
think
an
they've
idiot. He
totally
should have his
figured it out
key.
yet.
But you get comfortable
Yeah.
because your app always works. It's the one
It's
in
probably never happened to him again before, right?
right. Like it's never happened. So there's like this bridge between the analog and digital world that we
Yeah.
can't like separate.
Yeah, there's certain
you need
things-
you need a backup.
Yeah. Like a fucking key, Brian. Jesus Christ.
It just also blows my mind that I don't know the technology of it whatsoever, but that there's not just Wi-Fi everywhere now.
Yeah, I think it's pretty archaic that 53,000 people can crater Apple's ability to access internet carriers.
50, it's not a lot of people.
No, but it happens at every stadium.
I don't know. I mean, I was at SoFi. SoFi Wi-Fi. Woo.
Hats
Yeah,
off to the
different.
Cronkies.
Yeah.
They figured something out.
Yeah. You got rich owners. You got rich Wi-Fi.
Cronkies are also married to the Walmart family, so you have lots of
There you go.
richness.
They're
Yeah,
never,
lots of
they're
riches.
never going down.
Yeah. When they go there, they're like, I want the fastest. I want my gram working like it working at home.
Yeah. That's key.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay. Did you guys hear about this U.S. Navy engineer who was attempting to sell nuclear submarine secrets?
That's a good one.
What's going on here?
So this Navy engineer thinks he's being slick and, contacts a foreign government and they won't.
He reached out.
He reached out
He slid in the DMs.
and they won't say who the foreign government is, and the foreign government won't say who they are. And the foreign government basically contacted the U.S. authorities and said, like, hey, you got this engineer trying to sell me some confidential secrets.
Oh, wow.
What's up with your boy?
What's up with your boy?
What's up with your boy?
Like the foreign government snitched.
So it was either Russia or China, right? I mean, who's
So-
in the market for our
So
secrets?
then the foreign government then created it alerted U.S. authorities, and then there was a sting operation. Then there was an FBI agent that posed as a conduit to this foreign government, paid him $100,000 in cryptocurrency. They're just baiting him in to make sure they had enough evidence, and they busted him. And so the assumption, no one knows, is it's Australia.
Wow.
But who's this
What?
dummy engineer that thinks Australia is not gonna, that they want to sell at the US? Like, obviously go to China and Russia. You think
idiot.
China is gonna turn this down? Like, yeah, tell me everything.
Maybe he thought, no one's going to care what Australia thinks.
What a dummy. And what kind of information did he have that they weren't even interested? They're like, no, we'd rather tell on
We'd
you.
rather just rat you out.
Oh my
But
God.
it's a pretty good story.
It's
Oh,
insane.
Okay. Well, good for that guy. So what happens? This is espionage. That guy's in jail for life?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's toast. He and his wife.
For
His wife
100
was
grand?
in- Yeah.
You did all that for
You
100 grand?
traitors.
If you're going to go
It
do
was
it,
100 grand in Bitcoin or in crypto.
That's what it says, yeah.
This guy's a moron.
yeah.
See, no one wants to work. This guy was just trying to get his ticket out of the Navy.
Yeah, $100,000. Are you
If it
kidding
was
me?
$10 million, I get it.
Totally get it.
He must be a bad
100
engineer.
grand for some whack ass secrets to Australia. Everything about it's lame.
Like, not to like diminish.
Should be 10 million to China.
If you're an engineer,
For some great secrets.
if you are an engineer, do you know how easy it is to make $100,000?
Yeah.
So is this guy like a fake engineer?
This guy probably just, saw people
Yeah.
showing off on the gram and was like, yo, I need to up my lifestyle.
I need a Urus.
What's a quick way to make a buck? I want a Urus. I want a crypto punk.
You can't even afford one with $100,000.
Exactly.
You're right. Hey, Rob, welcome back. Did you bring your meat with you?
Rob and his meats.
Rob brought a chunk of meat with him, I heard.
Rob is visiting 2 vegetarians and bringing meat.
Hey,
Walking
after
around
this,
smelling like meat.
hey, after this, they might not be vegetarians.
You're right. If you're going to start anywhere, you should probably start there.
Yeah.
So you got your guys from Hassel Cattle Company back.
Yeah. I think we talked about them about 6 months ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
Wagyu. I mean, we know you like luxury, if anything, right?
Well, I got to taste. I mean, I get to taste, but I got to witness salted meats at Salt Bay. And I saw how many guys just really enjoyed their meat salted.
What do you, when you smell meat, do you get fired up?
Myself or D?
D. What do you think when you smell meat?
I'm not going to lie. When I smell bacon, I'm like, God damn, that smells amazing.
Yeah, bacon smells really good.
True.
Yeah, but some of it can actually smell good and still not taste very well. Because I've tasted
a lot of meat.
I can't say that.
You've eaten
all sorts
a
of
fair
meat in
share of
your
meat in your day.
Yeah. You see how I stopped myself? No, but I mean,
It's too far.
it smells amazing, but then you taste it and you're like, God, this doesn't taste like it smells. And, that's why I came back to talk about Hassels, because I know we talked about them probably about 6 or 7 months ago. And, the NFL athletes that I represent, they obviously eat really well. And when they tried this stuff, they're just like, holy shit, it's amazing. It's luxury, and it seems like at a discounted price. I mean,
and what's interesting is they're good old American cows. We're not waiting on some port to load up meat.
Yeah, we're not.
Local meat.
And local meats.
Yeah, no foreign meat over here.
Hey, 2 to 3 day delivery times.
So
great.
I mean, this guy's business must be on absolute fire because one, obviously more and more people are cooking at home. I think we talked about it during the pandemic. But on top of that, he probably doesn't have the same disruptions in his business that the rest of us are having.
No, not at all. I mean, I think one of the things that benefited during this pandemic was being able to ship the quality of meat to your door within 1 to 2 days. And I mean, people think, like I said, we were talking about luxury. I mean, Wagyu, when you go to a place that you want to eat at, you see Wagyu and it's out the roof. And you're like, I know that's luxury, but I don't know if I could spend that. But with his, it's like fairly priced. It's amazing. And it gets to your door in a couple of days. And I mean, we've had everybody, I mean, obviously you two don't like meat, but we've had the biggest meat eaters just love the taste of it, the Wagyu that, he mixes with. So, I mean, it's amazing.
I will say, given how disgusted I was with Salt Bay, Hassel Meats has to be the solution to Salt Bay.
Yeah, again.
Oh, easy.
There you go. Again, it's like it might smell great, but does it actually taste good? I mean, and that's one thing with Hassel is like it tastes amazing.
And Salt Bay's not even affordable.
No, not at all. You can get a shit ton.
Maybe you offer a service where someone shows up at your door and does the sprinkle.
I may stand outside of Salt Bay and sell Hassel Meats.
Yeah.
That might be my side hustle.
You should. You should just stand there like this and say, "Who wants me to salt their meat?" Yeah, well, good for you, man. That jerky was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, especially is like Wagyu jerky. It's like, where can you find that? And I think the great thing about his business is he created something that's different, affordable, and straight to your door. It's kind of like when people made those cupcakes that were really good. It was like, it was different. How can a cupcake taste good or taste better than it already was? Well, they figured it out. So, I mean, it's just an amazing product. That's why I wanted to come back. But he wanted me to talk about the skinless meat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a whole
Sounds,
new wave of
violent.
meat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
What's skinless meat look like?
It's skinless meat. It's the hot dogs, the hot links that he has. I mean, one of the things he was talking to me about earlier is he said people don't like to watch people making hot dogs. And I said, well, okay.
Why? I feel like dads just sit there.
No,
carbon
no,
actual
like
making
making
it.
it,
Like they don't want to see
like
an
in the
eyeball
factory. It's pretty gross.
or an
okay.
ear. Like,
Okay.
yeah, hot dogs are known to have eyeballs, ears, and all that other crap in
Really?
there. Yeah.
Wow.
See?
Yeah, they just pack a bunch of junk in.
Drama.
Yeah.
People, vegans don't know this.
I know, yeah. Well, we just guaranteed that they never switch over to meat eaters.
Yeah.
With that alone.
But, with them, it's made of the top and bottom of the Wagyu, and they throw it in there to make a great hot dog that tastes just incredible. And again, people go, well, I've had hot dogs. Well, you haven't had a Wagyu freaking hot dog.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
So it's eyeball free.
Eyeball free, ear free.
Wow.
Nice.
No skin.
Nose, yeah. And so one of the things that, he wanted to, for group chat listeners, because I mean, they got a great response last time with the jerky as well as the steaks that they have. He wanted to give a code. I know Dee hates giving out codes. Fuck.
Yeah, you don't come on this show without a discount.
Yeah.
No, everyone gets discounts.
Unless you can beat the card tracker guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. He set the bar high.
Yeah. So we're going to give a code.
What's the code?
So the code is, it's 15% off everything on the website. So, I mean, I definitely would try, for me, if I were to go on the website, I would try the hamburger, of course, and the Denver steaks. Amazing. All affordable, all Wagyu. But 15% off. GC15 is the code, but he's also throwing in something extra. Whoever uses that code will get a package of skinless meats. Hot dogs.
Wow.
Wow.
For
Yeah.
free?
For free.
No ears or eyes.
Wow.
No ears or eyes, and
is
you
a
get for free.
no-brainer.
So if you go on there, GC15, hasslecattlecompany.com.
How do you spell it?
Yes.
HASSELL, cattlecompany.com.
And we'll have it in the bio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you go on there, you buy something, use that code GC15, and he's going to throw in a package of skinless hot dogs.
Wow.
He's going to throw his meat in.
Free meat for everyone.
Throw in his sausage.
That's amazing. Well, tell him thank you. That's
yeah, of
very
course.
generous.
And he's excited, to help the group chat listeners
Yes.
and to provide luxury meats, salted meats.
Especially, it's football time. That's probably
Yeah.
what people are doing.
Meat it up.
Eating
Yeah.
meat, watching some
Pack
people.
yourself full of meat and watch some ball.
I like it.
Awesome. So GC15,
Yes.
hasslecattlecompany.com.
Yep.
Great. Thank you, brother.
What is the update on jobs? People are coming back. Everything's returning to normal. Jobs are cool again.
No, it's actually a disaster. I'm going to read you some pretty shocking statistics. So a record, this is a big number.
Okay.
4.3 million people quit their job in August. That is 2.9% of the entire workforce quit.
And these are people that quit on their own. They quit.
Yes. And so we've talked about this a lot. At the end of August, there were 10.4 million job openings. So the Labor Department broke down who's quitting. Who are the quitters? 892,000 workers in restaurants, bars, and hotels.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Update, like
you know
what
why?
Brian's saying there.
If-
Tough for them.
I think, you got to wear a mask,
Get vaccinated.
get vaccinated. Like they're probably like, fuck
When those
this.
jobs just suck, like meaning like you're around a lot of people. It's sketchy when
Yeah.
there's some COVID flying around. People are jerks.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm sure the climate also, like with the way people treat people right now, it's not a desirable place to work.
Hot. Yeah.
721,000 retail workers quit. 700,000 employees in professional and business services. So that's probably more office jobs. And then 534,000 workers in healthcare and social assistance. So, these numbers are staggering. And they did a bunch of interviews for this article for the Washington Post, and most people quit because I worked too much during COVID. I feel like shit. They want to find different jobs. They want to work from home, and they just, a lot of people have all these different goals, and some of it's like more time for their family, more opportunities where they feel like they have more upward mobility. A lot of people changing industries. So a lot of people leaving retail and hospitality to go to remote work.
Yeah. I think we're underestimating the gig economy's effect on all of this stuff.
Meaning
like you could go do Instacart deliveries for 3 hours a day, then go work on your passion project, then go Postmates for a few hours and pursue your dream.
So it's more of the flexibility.
There's also no Postmates drivers or no Uber drivers. That's the part I don't get. Like, how are they seeing a shortage? You would expect them to be full to the brim.
I mean, definitely Uber has a shortage. There's no doubt.
Uber has a shortage for sure. But
that's why I don't get it.
But there's no
like,
shortage of Postmates or DoorDash drivers or Instacart delivery drivers.
It sounds like the problem is other people.
Those get accepted.
No one wants to work around other people.
Yeah, those get accepted immediately. Like you order Postmates, it's within like 30 seconds. They're like, your job's been accepted. Maybe they're like, I don't want to deal with the drunk idiot.
Yeah, who wants to deal with the Uber? I mean, I think the night we left from Dave Chappelle, I don't think I wore a mask in the car. Did you wear a mask?
Yeah.
I don't think I did. He made a comment.
Did he?
Yeah.
So my rating probably got
I was wondering if that was my call or yours.
It was mine.
Okay, good. I wasn't. Then I don't care.
He made a comment as you left or as you entered?
I don't remember. I was really drunk.
Okay.
Because that's the question that I have is where are all these people going? I mean, what assistance is still happening? What government assistance?
No, but
I think it's just easy. If a lot of like restaurant workers and all these jobs that we're talking about are generally younger people.
Yeah.
If you're sub 30, it's really easy to replicate the income you would make as a waiter or a busboy or any of these jobs just hustling.
Yeah.
And young people, we saw these guys all trying to in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Like they're very like they have the skills to figure this shit out.
Yeah. If you hit a lick, you're good.
Yeah.
You know what I love is these guys are right in front of us, looking for their way out.
Yeah, they're all staring. There's 4 of them staring at us right now.
Yeah,
they're like, I can't wait to quit. You fucking losers.
There's no risk. They don't have to take the big leap. It's just like I'm just going to keep playing these raffles, and then
I hit one raffle. I'm out of here.
And I think we're underestimating the number of young people that made money in crypto in the last 10 months. And made money doesn't mean you made $1 million. It means you made 20 grand.
Yeah.
15 grand. Because that goes and they're not paying taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, Pete did it. We saw Pete.
Yeah.
Pete made a little bit of money on crypto, saw a roadmap of freelance.
Exactly.
He said, see you fucking later, man. I'm a Doge guy.
Unfortunately, you picked the wrong horse.
Yeah, wrong coin.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it seems like he's doing well. I mean, I get it. 4 million is so many. And if all these people are really being resourceful and like piecing it together, then props to them. But what happens? Like, does a busboy and a retail worker just become a higher paying job?
It definitely has to become a higher paying job. I also think there's going to have to be more and more automation. We're going to have to go to restaurants and just order our food on a tablet. Because like, here's the thing. I don't think it's affecting places like and even Brian will tell you that they have a hard time hiring people. And my guess is a waiter at one of their restaurants actually makes a pretty damn good living because each ticket is expensive. It's not like they're not getting a $10 tip. They're getting, each table is probably tipping $100+ at the end of every night. So it's like you end up collecting a decent amount of money at a place like Delilah or a Nice Guy. I think it's like your fast casual, your casual restaurants. Those people, I mean, my guess is like dealing with those people when they're drunk at a mess is a nightmare. You're wearing masks. Maybe you don't want to get vaccinated. They make you get vaccinated. You're weighing out all your options and you're like, I don't need this in my life. So you start looking at other alternatives. So, I mean, I think in the future, you go to a Chili's, you just order it on a tablet and then someone just delivers you the food. Like, you don't need a waiter at a place like that.
That was everyone's biggest fear a year and a half ago was one day they're going to automate this and there's not going to be any jobs. And now literally it's like, hey, there's no one in the jobs. We need to automate that.
Yeah, I mean, we need to automate things so fast now. Like I see those robots. I saw a very interesting robot-human interaction the other day. So the Postmates robot that rolls down the street. Yeah. Okay. So
are people kicking those down like birds?
No. So really interesting. I saw this interaction and I stopped and I watched. A guy 2 blocks from the office is doing jumping jacks on the corner.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know who the guy is?
The guy doing jumping jacks?
No. He's like a kid who lives up the street.
Oh, kid. I thought the homeless guy.
Yeah, no. This kid's living up
doing a workout routine.
Yeah. This kid who lives up the street, he's doing jumping jacks, doing his little workout, literally in the corner. Robot pulls up. The robot recognizes there's something there. So it's trying to maneuver around, but the robot also, I think, senses there's grass and knows that if it goes in the grass, it's fucked. So and maybe it's like remote control. I don't know how it's working, but the guy is like just continuing to jumping jacks, and finally he stops, lets the robot pass, and keep on his way. And then the guy went back to doing jumping jacks. And I'm sitting there thinking about it, like we just have to. Like Amazon's already doing it with the automation. Like we just need to hurry up and just get there because these jobs are never going to be filled ever again.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I think it might even get even worse when you talk about the non-high-end restaurants. When you need a refill on your Diet Coke, just let us walk up and refill ourselves. Rather than wait for a busboy that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I agree.
mean, that's really gross. I don't trust people with...
It's like Taco Bell.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine with that.
Just walk up and get a little refill.
All restaurants.
Gross. I think it's trending that way.
Yeah. I wonder if you're like if you're the CEO of Chili's or IHOP, one of these those restaurants are packed all day. They clearly have shortage. I drove by an IHOP today. Help wanted. So you just have to go flip your own pancakes. Or
there's just a grill.
There's a grill on your table. They just give you the ingredients.
Welcome to Philly's. Good luck.
But it could also just disrupt this mid-tier restaurant experience completely, because if you have to pay $25 an hour to get a busboy or a waiter,
they have to raise prices.
You have to raise prices, and then people stop going because you're not getting that elevated experience. I think mid-tier restaurants is a tough place to be in the near future.
Well, I mean, I think
if you can't hire workers, and that's going to compound unless the party stops and markets just crash, crypto crashes, equities crash. And then if that happens, then get back to IHOP, get back to Chili's, get back to TGI Fridays. But
no, I think you just have riots then. I don't think anyone's going back to work. People got a taste of not working. They don't want to work.
Yeah, that's also true.
The thing.
They'd rather burn the city down than go back to work. If you just look at our TikTok, anytime we say you got to go back to work,
oh, they get so mad.
It's like we're telling them they have to go to war.
Make this a clip. TikTok. Make this a fucking TikTok.
Yeah, just be like, people would rather go to war and defend themselves at war than go back to work.
People would rather spend
back to the office.
People would rather spend 5 minutes shitting on 3 people they don't know about telling them to go to work than go to fucking work.
Yes. 5 minutes, they're spending a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Because they got to go on all the TikTok clips of people telling them go back to work and shit on all those people.
Not just us.
There's thousands of TikTok clips.
The word office.
There's millions of people making TikTok clips telling you to go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
disgusting.
So, yeah.
Fuck you guys.
And to your point, I think the mid-tier thing is not just I think that's just going to be life. It's just going to be, America was blessed with the
mid-tier.
Yeah, America's always been blessed with the middle class.
That's also gone. It's actually just an extrapolation of what's going on in the country.
Yeah.
There's just going to be 2 classes.
Yeah.
There's going to be really rich people and really poor people.
Yeah, that's it.
And really nice restaurants and really poor.
Yeah, there's going to be Taco Bell, McDonald's, or,
Yeah, because
Delilah.
if CPK has to pay $20 an hour for,
They can't afford it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
not at their prices,
No. And then you need cheese pizza for $30.
it's good cheese pizza.
Or you just got to automate. Great cheese pizza. You just got to automate. The automation would solve that gap.
Yeah, so I think you could automate a lot of it. Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
what? Have an iPad. Have an iPad at your table. You order your food. They could even serve it up and say order's ready, and pay on their iPad. You eliminated 3 employees.
Well, not even at 40 Love, which is one of the H-Wood spots. I went. This is maybe a few months ago to watch something, and they just said QR code, order on your phone, and it'll come when it comes. I literally just sat down, ordered my food. Fucking 10 minutes later, my stuff came.
I've been at the Houston airport twice in 2021.
Yeah.
And the automation's amazing.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm pretty particular on what I don't want and want.
Yeah.
And it came out perfectly.
Yeah.
Just identified it on the.
Yeah, it's better than having the waiter who doesn't write anything down.
Yes.
Like, bro, we get it. Just pretend.
Good memory.
Yeah.
Nice flex.
Yeah, and then of course when you didn't get that? You didn't get the French fries? You didn't get your drink? You didn't get your main?
You're getting automated, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's a really easy way to you close that gap and everything. You still get to keep your Chili's and your Olive Garden.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Did you guys see Coinbase is offering NFTs? Or it's coming soon?
Well, they're launching their own NFT marketplace. But
what's that mean? That's like OpenSea? Like they're launching their own OpenSea?
Basically.
Exactly.
And so they're going to do it at the end of the year. I mean, this is mega for NFTs. Because
do you think it's going to be called Coinbase? It's just
yeah, why not?
Coinbase.
Who fucking cares? Everyone has their wallet there already. And for Coinbase, this is like free money because OpenSea already did all the work.
Correct.
And now Coinbase just to come in and say, because like even me who has an OpenSea, connect your wallet, do this, fuck all that.
Coinbase is going to make it so easy.
Yeah.
What Coinbase has proven is that their ability for just UI, user interface, is so freaking good. How easy is it to buy crypto? It's
easier on Robinhood, I'll tell you.
Of course, because you're not buying crypto.
Well, you know who's going to launch NFTs tomorrow? It's going to be Robinhood.
Yeah, Robinhood's going to have to.
Fake. You own a proxy for a crypto fund.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should enter this space, right?
Yeah, I think it would be a little tougher for Robinhood.
Why?
Because it's not.
They love a good Ponzi.
Actually, I think that yeah, you're right. They're going to take it again.
If they want to do the proxy for NFTs, they can do that.
They'd have to do that.
They'd have to do that. They're
because
not
you can't directly pay an ETH through Robinhood.
Well,
right?
they said
they're building that, but then you have to create a marketplace.
Vlad is telling everyone tomorrow they're launching a marketplace for NFTs. It's too much money. You're talking $10 billion in volume last quarter. Was that last quarter or last month? Maybe last quarter.
I think quarter. Yeah, I
That's
think it was
insane.
$4 billion in August or something.
Yeah, so you have to. Coinbase has to do this. Great move. I mean, I think they're going to stand to get the net new NFT holders because, like, probably Coinbase customer is the old guy in crypto.
Yep, like me.
Yeah, and doesn't want to go.
I don't want to go and I don't want to do all that in OpenSea.
Yeah,
hell no.
It's an OpenSea out there.
I don't want to traverse that OpenSea.
Yeah.
I would probably have like 3 or 4 NFTs right now if it wasn't such a headache to do it through OpenSea.
100%. I actually want to read in one of my group chats. It's actually probably one of the most OG crypto friends I have, and definitely one of the, if not the most foremost expert on crypto, who introduced me to Ethereum, introduced me to a lot of these things.
How did he introduce you to him?
Brilliant.
Like, hey, on and meet Ethereum?
No, do you know what he said? He's like, hey, Coinbase Pro is picking up Ethereum. It's $6. Go fucking buy it. That's how he introduced me.
That's a nice introduction.
Yeah, that's a good intro. Yeah,
that's a good intro. So I'm going to read you what he texted our group, and he's been in this space for 10 plus years. He goes, I think my conviction around crypto has 10x'd in the last 3 months to the point where I think the existing internet is the prototype internet, and we're going to look back and see everything that exists on a centralized server as being built out of a straw. Stripe announced today they're building a new crypto team. they realize their current business has no purpose on the decentralized internet. And he's basically saying like how we see Web 2.0, the pace of innovation that's happening in crypto is going to disrupt all businesses, whether it's payment, social media, whether it's art, which is what NFTs are doing. And it's going to come for everything. And it's happening so quickly.
Yeah.
And it all happened, honestly, in the last 12 months.
I mean, pandemic helped.
Yeah.
It definitely was a big, because you got us sitting at your computer all day trying to learn something.
And how disgusted people are with Facebook. They're realizing we don't own our information. The pandemic made everyone realize what was happening in big tech.
Yeah.
And made people think like, at least younger people, like there's a different way to do things.
Yeah.
And crypto is the only thing that's left that's not only for rich people.
That's for everybody.
It's for everyone.
The other
that
thing,
moron, Jamie Dimon,
yeah,
he's a fucking moron.
he keeps double downing.
He keeps tripling, quadrupling down
Still?
on Bitcoin. Yeah, 2 days ago, yesterday. He said Bitcoin's worthless.
God.
You know what's even funnier about this moron, Jamie Dimon? JP Morgan is the most innovative bank in crypto, period,
Yeah.
full stop.
Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe this is also just a game he's playing. I guarantee you he has crypto.
Oh,
probably more
absolutely. He's calling his prime brokers like, hey, get Brian Armstrong on the phone. I need Coinbase stock. I need to figure out how to buy crypto.
Yeah, of course. He's making money off of it. What he says in public and what he does in private are two different
But it's
things.
a disservice. You're already a billionaire. Just stop.
Yeah. The other interesting thing, I was reading a friend of mine on Twitter. He was saying how Web3 is such a good rebrand for crypto and decentralized, because I think crypto and decentralized almost sounded too chaotic for the average person. And the idea of Web3 we can live with. Like, it's brilliant rebranding.
Yeah.
And
because you got to realize the original crypto pioneers, they're a band of outsiders.
Yeah.
They didn't think about, they wanted to go hard.
They wanted anarchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're libertarians. They wanted basically like, fuck the system, burn it down.
Yeah.
They needed some marketing push.
Like Web3 is fucking genius. Because if you're an outsider, it makes sense. We just witnessed Web2.
When's Jamie Dimon going to say, I'm wrong?
Never.
He'll never say I'm wrong. He will
He's
act like
so
it never
wrong.
happened, and he'll say crypto is the new frontier, and he'll never address.
So he's
what he
trumping
did
it.
before.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He'll never admit.
So
No
I
chance
want
he's
Jamie
doing
Dimon to explain how, now with crypto prices even higher, it's north of $3 trillion of market cap that Jamie Dimon says is worthless. $3 trillion. So think about that in context. What's Amazon? $2 trillion?
Not even.
Not even?
No.
Facebook's now under $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Google's hovering $1 trillion.
Facebook's 1.6. I mean, Amazon's 1.6.
Amazon's 1.6. Google's probably a little less. Amazon's 800 billion. That's all worthless in Jamie Dimon's mind in terms of that much fucking economic value.
By the way, if crypto got wiped out, $3 trillion, it would send the global
recession.
Yeah.
It would be way bigger than a housing crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Trillions of dollars.
Yes.
That's how you get your jobs back.
Yeah, wipe crypto.
There'd be a lot of busboys.
If you're the CEO of Chili's, you should be trying to hack the Bitcoin blockchain.
Yeah, constantly. What about, speaking of investments in billionaires, did you guys see Blackstone? Blackstone invested in music. What are they doing? They're working with this guy to buy up catalogs, or what's going on here?
Yeah, we always talk about how music catalogs has become like a popular investment for a lot of private equity. And so Blackstone is partnering with a music manager named Merck Mercuriadis. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I never heard of this guy.
Mercuriadis?
Yeah, but sounds like he's an important guy that he's managed a lot of mega artists, including Elton John, Guns N' Roses, and Beyonce. So a few familiar names. And he's partnering with Blackstone, and they're going to give him up to $1 billion to buy music catalogs. So, for example, he bought 50% of Neil Young's catalog, and he's already spent $1.75 billion scooping up copyrights to more than 60,000 songs. This guy knows TikTok is going nowhere. Music consumption is going to explode. And it's if you believe the same way you believe in NFTs or cryptocurrencies where like a Bitcoin has a finite amount, NFTs, there's only so many CryptoPunks.
Oh, do you know what Jamie Dimon also said yesterday? He said,
Anna can't get over it.
he said, Bitcoin, they say they have 21 million coins. How do I know that? Why don't you go look at the fucking code, guy?
Yeah.
It's in the white paper.
He doesn't like looking at the white paper.
He doesn't. No, he looks at
The white people.
he looks at white people, not white paper. Yeah.
But
He'll change his tune.
Yeah, he'll just change his mind and keep going. But to the point of what this guy's thesis is, if you believe that these are all like finite things on Earth, what's more rare than a song, right? Like it should be such a rare thing to own a piece of a song. From my perspective,
I'd buy some NFTs of some Drake lyrics. Forget
NFTs.
Yeah. I would. Imagine if you could own the song.
Like if I could own back to back, I'd love to own back to back.
Imagine if you got rich enough that you could literally just own, the publishing.
Yeah,
you could
think about it. Who wouldn't want to own a piece or an entire song? I'd rather own. Let's say back to back is $1 million. Would you rather have that or a Picasso? No, you'd rather have back to back.
Yeah.
That's what these guys should do: is break off the catalogs into individual
and auction them off.
Songs, like you could own, whatever.
I think Drake's going to do
Taking It Easy by the Eagles.
I think Drake's
if you could Take It Easy by the Eagles would go for $50 million. Yeah. Some private equity person would buy that song as the biggest flex.
Imagine the profit you could make on a catalog. If you bought a catalog and then broke them off, you could make double.
Don't we have his precedent? What did Martin Scorsese buy the Wu-Tang album for? It was just a one-of-one album?
Yeah.
Like $2 million or something?
It was, And Wu-Tang, sorry for old hip-hop heads, is absolutely irrelevant in 2021.
Yeah.
Well, that was Anand who said that, so everyone go ahead and come for him.
Yeah, I think dude, if you take the old school artist, take Michael Jackson's catalog.
Yeah, Thriller. Are you kidding me?
Some guy would pay $100 million for Thriller.
But imagine if you could just buy your favorite song. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like imagine if Anand's like, yo, I fucking came up off of all this ETH I've been holding. I'm going to go buy back to back.
Yeah.
So dope.
Gosh.
And by the way, these songs are going to mint money forever. These big songs.
Yeah. Plus you could also kind of place your bets. And then you could go try to work them. Like if I would buy like an Eagles record and then go to Ocean Spray guy and be like, yo, what's it going to take for you to fucking grab the longboard
and play Take It
Give
Easy.
me another Fleetwood Mac moment.
Yeah.
And get your song to blow up.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I like it.
All right. Well, Blackstone knows what they're doing. So
not only are they buying single family homes, they're buying music.
They're buying catalogs. Okay. Last but not least, Kyrie Irving. He's holding out.
Yeah.
No vax, no play, no practice, no vax. His body, his choice.
Yeah.
No vax.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
so
what do we care, right?
Yeah. First of all, I don't care. Second, he made his decision. The Brooklyn Nets made their decision. Everyone's saying he's selfish. I don't think he's selfish. He's doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. He doesn't want to.
I think that's technically the definition of selfish.
Yeah, but but at the end of the day,
he teamed up with people and was supposed to.
Yeah, but they're not going to pay him now.
No, I know, but
fine.
it's
take the.
If you definitely do not get paid, I don't think it's selfish. You're quitting.
Yeah, so
he's one of the 4.4 million who quit.
But I do think it's like you're in a team sport. What about your team?
But this is professional. No one cares about their team.
I wish the Nets actually went a step further and just fired him.
Yeah, you're fired.
You're fired.
I don't know if they can. Can they?
That's bold.
They can.
But you got to pay him.
Yeah, there's probably an economic.
I think this is the way to.
Joe Tsai's worth how many billions? You want to hear a great conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
So Jay Williams, who's an ESPN broadcaster, former Duke point guard, was on First Take last Friday saying this is where his spidey sense is going. Joe Tsai, worth however many billions from Alibaba, owns the Brooklyn Nets. Eric Adams is running for New York mayor. I think he's leading the polls. And I
Yes.
think Joe Tsai is funding a lot of Eric Adams' mayoral campaign. And his spidey sense goes, he said this on ESPN, so it's not like I'm finding this on a Reddit board, which probably has more viewers. So
Yeah.
probably should see
More
that.
reliable.
Yeah.
He's like, what if Eric Adams becomes mayor because of Joe Tsai's capital and his influence and getting him elected, and then some sort of exemption happens in January and Kyrie is allowed to come back because of whatever religious exemption or whatnot. That was his like conspiracy theory.
That's not good enough for me.
Okay.
It's plausible. It's just, I think it's just not exciting enough. But maybe it could totally be.
But either
True.
way,
I mean-
this Kyrie, I would suspect, has a temporary retirement.
I
What's
think
he do? He plays away games.
No, they're not letting him on the team, period.
no, he's
Because
not.
they said they're not letting anyone be part-time, so he can't even play the road games. The Nets are
So no
saying
pay.
The pay has not been clear yet.
So he's essentially out for a year, no pay. Well, not to be determined.
Yeah.
yes.
Reduced pay of some kind.
Unless New York decides that you don't need to be vaccinated to play games.
I mean, he effectively ended his career. I'm sorry. He's never going to be relevant again.
No team would ever, like, if he's a superstar, he performs at the highest levels. What team would want Kyrie Irving on their squad if this guy, he took 2 weeks off with no notice last year and didn't tell anyone why and was spotted at his sister's birthday party dancing.
Yeah.
So
Has he given like an official reason for why he doesn't want the vaccine?
I'm sure
well,
he
he
has.
had,
I don't know.
I don't
Like
think
it could be
he's-
anything from like government mind control to like,
Health.
like something a little bit more reasonable.
I would guess it's more government mind control, given what I heard from his interview on Short Story Long a few years ago.
No comment.
But yeah, I mean, I think I was talking to a friend of ours who's similar to us, all friends with a lot of professional athletes, and I think the biggest difference, and I think Shaq kind of said it, is like it's such a privilege to be a professional athlete and to get paid to do what you do. And I think the previous generation of athletes were very much so grateful to be fucking getting paid to do this. So they shut up and dribbled and they just did what they did. This generation of athletes, they make too much fucking money.
Yep.
So they have that freedom to do whatever they want. Kyrie Irving never has to play basketball ever again.
No.
Assuming he's kind of saved his money. He's so rich, he could just not play. That's why I think he's doing whatever the hell he wants. Just who cares?
I'm not mad at that. If it's like, you made money, because at the same time, I think the players should get paid what they get paid or more.
Yeah.
And you did your run and you're over it.
Yeah, and that's fine too.
That's
like
fine.
he clearly has a lot of issues with the league because this is just one of many things he's brought up over the years. So it's very difficult. It's a big organization, the NBA.
I think he's unemployable in the NBA.
I agree. I mean, yeah, his career's over as far as I'm
Don't you
concerned.
think if it's 1 year out and then COVID passes, the vaccine question passes, he's so good, someone will take him, right?
They'll give him a small contract, not 30, 40 million like he deserves, or not 30, 40 million as his talent would say he should get.
By the way, I don't think you
money.
understand the mental mind fuck. You go from being like the man to like, maybe we'll let you play. Maybe, like, just look what happened to like Antonio Brown. Like he was the best receiver like ever. And then he didn't follow the rules.
Well, he also had like sexual allegations. There's a lot of murky stuff.
But that typically, unfortunately for athletes, that doesn't usually affect them. It's usually the public.
Are we not talking John Gruden? I don't see that.
Yeah, we can talk about John Gruden too.
Yeah, let's talk about John Gruden.
So
What'd John Gruden do?
John Gruden had some flavorful emails over the last decade. John Gruden, who was the head coach of the Raiders, used to host Monday Night Football, used to be the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the day.
Won a Super Bowl.
Took a job, I think, 2 years ago, getting paid $10 million a year.
He has a $100 million contract over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Wow.
You
What's
know,
going on in his emails?
Oh God!
He offended
Even
everybody.
we can't say it on our kind of
loose lip show.
Let me ask you this. Was it more racial? Was it more?
It was everything.
It was racial. It was homophobic.
He hit everything.
Oh, he hit every mark.
Every mark.
The guy, it was like a trifecta.
Wow.
He went after every marginalized group and hit it out of the park.
So I think here's where the NFL is going to have a lot of questions to answer.
Yeah.
Because
we should explain what happened. There was an investigation for the Washington football team with their ownership. And
because of a toxic culture, the Washington, formerly known as Redskins, had a toxic culture in their front office, and the NFL investigated because of so many complaints. Upon investigation of the Washington now football team, emails surfaced of presumably tons of coaches, tons of personnel interacting with the Washington football team.
Yeah.
This has been going on for over 10 years. These emails have been in the possession of the NFL for 10 years. Somehow they got leaked in the last week. And they slowly got leaked.
Yeah.
So everything that came out in the emails, you can Google it. I'm not going to say it on our podcast because they're very offensive.
Give us a taste.
It's very offensive, and there's no place for any of that language in a professional setting or private setting. But the NFL has had these emails for over 10 years. Something happened in the last week. He pissed someone off.
Yeah.
And the NFL started slowly leaking these emails. So on Friday, there was an email that got leaked of him racially offending the head of the NFL Players Association, who's black, and makes a very offhanded racist comment in an email. And the NFL was basically like, let's see if this gets him fired.
Yeah.
Weekend goes by, doesn't get him fired. Monday Night Football starts. Then emails just start flying in. Him using...
You can offend black people. You just can't offend gay people. That's how America works.
Well, that's the Dave Chappelle argument.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. He's right. Dave Chappelle's right.
And then, the other terms start coming out in these emails. And it was basically a game of chicken between the NFL and the Oakland Raiders. When are you going to fire this guy?
Yeah.
And we're going to keep leaking emails until you fire him.
And then an hour goes in.
And he got fired.
Yeah. Well, he resigned.
He got resigned, but whatever.
Yeah.
He got fired.
Yeah.
He's
telling me,
blackballed.
the NFL must just be like Jeffrey Epstein's fucking video.
Let's
just
be
have
clear.
Blackmail on everyone.
This is not just the NFL. If we're going to open up this Pandora's box, let's start at Wall Street. Let's start in every fucking company in America. If you want to burn down the house, then burn it all down. But you can't
you know what's scary, which is also in those industries as well. But they're obviously just holding so many of these. Like, how much blackmail do they have in their office?
Yeah. I mean, I think people are obviously extremely offended by John Gruden's emails, and rightfully so. But I mean, what the fuck do we expect? It's the NFL. It's not like this isn't a sixth grade class. This is the NFL. And by the way, toxicity is just all throughout our culture, everywhere.
And toxicity is at its peak in the NFL private conversations.
Yes. I mean,
so where does it stop? Are we going to demand the NFL, hey, we want to see Jerry Jones's emails now?
Look, the NFLPA...
If you like football, I would suggest you just stop here. Stop asking.
The NFLPA, the Players Association, asked there's 650,000 emails in that from Washington Redskins investigation. They want it all released.
Yep.
Okay, so let's say they release it all.
Every coach is fired.
Every coach is fired because you know what's going to turn
over.
Well, forget the coach.
Owners. Can you imagine if owners' text messages and emails were leaked during the Kaepernick saga?
Yeah. Okay. And then
are you kidding me?
Okay. And then wait. If we're gonna go down that road, you know how many times players have been saved by owners that we never hear about? All that shit's gonna fucking come out too. If the players turn on the owners, the owners will fucking bury the players.
Yeah, there's a lot of arrests that happen in sports that are never heard about because a call is made.
Not just, arrests.
Domestic
so much
violence.
fucked
drugs.
up shit is happening with players. If the players push this too fucking hard,
It's over.
Well, it's
you
not
guys
the
will be
players.
watching
I
fucking Nick Merck's stream with me next week.
exactly.
I might have to fucking figure out what the FaZe Clan plays. I need some entertainment.
By the way, it'll be one of those things where, like what we're seeing with this Dave Chappelle thing, where like he's number 3 on Netflix, maybe number 2. I don't know. You know, it's just Squid Game just happens to be the biggest cultural phenomenon ever.
In the
and then
world.
it's Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
Which is, some are saying, very controversial things. So clearly the amount of people watching this thing is just bananas. If you look at what his kind of take on society is, you look at how some other people's takes on society is, I think you'll find with what the NFL has proven, because people were so enraged about Colin Kaepernick, but Nike doubled down on Colin Kaepernick, NFL doubled down on Kaepernick the other way. And guess what? They both are thriving. So no matter what you believe and what you want, if your product is good, people will still engage. And I think with the NFL, dude, I mean, why ruin everyone's life? Because I guarantee you start ruining owners' lives, they're going to destroy the players. Destroy them. You don't think they got text messages and emails?
So big. I think it's so big and so messy that it would cancel itself out and you would just go back to football on Sunday.
I feel like
I think it'd be like, this is too much to even process.
Yeah, I mean, this guy said this owner said
Like, can we
that.
just turn the game on? Can you guys just get out there and play?
That's my
maybe?
point, is I actually don't think the fans care.
I don't think the fans care
They don't.
either.
An NFL fan does not give a fuck.
They basically
The
will-
people that
wanna watch
care
football.
don't watch NFL day in, day out. They just
100%.
don't.
No, that you're right, and I think with John Gruden, it's basically next man up from a fan's perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, put another coach in. Like, okay, you guys don't like him?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. They leaked him because probably they didn't want to pay him $10 million a year.
Yeah. That's probably
And he's not that good of a coach. You sucked at what he did, so they got rid of him. They started leaking.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to
Easy way to
Deshaun
get out of here,
Watson. He's not allowed to play football.
He also had 20 sexual assault allegations.
Conveniently, when you don't show up to work a couple times, those started coming out. I'm just saying, everything is convenient for whoever's in power.
So your argument is basically there's so many skeletons in the closet. If we're going to go down this road, everyone's
basically, the players are lighting themselves on fire by going down this road.
You got Tim Tebow's going to come in?
Yeah.
Who do you have left?
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, don't worry, I got this. I've been waiting for this moment, actually.
Yeah, I mean, fine. Let's go into gaming. Let's go clean up that sport. I'd love to see every single fucking Discord chat and see what these kids are saying. Let's end gaming, end video games. Obviously, Microsoft does not give a shit about toxicity in video games.
Here's actually the thing. The influencer community, creator community is the closest to decentralized entertainment that we have.
Yeah.
Meaning that they don't rely on ESPN, ABC, the NFL
I would
to
say
be famous.
use Logan Paul, Jake Paul as an example. That's the perfect example.
Exactly.
Milk boys.
Logan and Jake are basically like pissing off everyone in mainstream because what they do, but their audience is bigger than ever.
Yeah.
And
Decentralized NFL. Everything goes. Say whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Play. Get out there.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube. Yeah, I agree. Look, I just don't think, unfortunately, even though I wish the world was a nice, happy place where no one was hateful, and I do think we should try to move it in that direction. Yeah,
we're never going to be a nice, happy place where everyone gets along. It's just fucking delusional.
the pandemic highlighted how much everyone hates each other.
Yeah, we hate each other's guts. We just want to watch some football, have a couple drinks, laugh a couple times, make fun of some
Quit your
people.
job.
Quit our jobs.
Yeah.
Buy some fake art.
The pandemic's basically like this
Buy
is
a
human society in America. We all hate each other.
Yeah.
No one wants to work,
Yes.
and we want to make
And we want to watch football because football ratings are way up.
and we want to watch kids dance.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. I mean, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I can sign up for that.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you guys seen on social media in the last week that everyone needs to know about? Dee?
What have I seen? I can't really think of anything I've seen anything good.
The thing I've seen on social is Southwest is in a little bit of a pickle over 1,000 flights, Southwest Airlines were canceled on Sunday, and I think it leaked into Monday. They blamed it on a hurricane, and then rumors are trickling that the pilots walked out on the vaccine mandate that Biden administration has.
Yeah. I saw the CEO this morning.
Job anyway, you know?
I saw the CEO on CNBC this morning, and he was denying that. Obviously. Publicly.
And he was bashing the mandate.
Yeah.
So he did both.
I think the vaccine mandate is going to be a pickle for a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses are going to have a tough time with that. But shit, not my problem.
If you're flying, it kind of is.
Why?
What if United walks out? American, Delta, we can't go anywhere.
No, they'll change the rules.
Yeah.
We just need enough. I mean, you're rich. I'm hoping you'll fly private and I can just hop on.
That's fair. Mine is... mine, you know what? I don't even want to give like a spoiler, but mine is... I just got lost in... If you're a fan of Squid Games, got lost last night in... there's some really good content on things like TikTok and YouTube about like all the little hidden Easter eggs and stuff in Squid Games. So if you're a fan of Squid Games, just go hunt that down and dig in. A lot of ideas of what's going to be in season 2. A lot of good stuff. But I don't want to get into it because I'll spoil it if anyone hasn't seen it.
Okay. I mean, I'm never going to watch it, so you won't spoil it for me.
Yeah, I could tell you, but I know that I would probably get attacked if I spoiled it for some people that are partway through. But it's good. You know, if you're into Squid Games, it's really entertaining. People are really diving deep, and I have no idea if any of it even checks out, or if the internet these days you can just find things that could be Easter eggs and make a whole content piece about it and whatever. But it's really entertaining.
There's no shortage of good entertainment.
Yeah, that's definitely the lesson learned.
You know what? I was also thinking about like the whole John Gruden thing. Like, you know, I'm not condoning anything he did. He made a fucking huge mistake. And he probably meant what he said, so which makes it way worse. But like, we just don't hold everyone to the same standards in our society. We just don't. And that I think that's what drives me nuts about everything is that like we'll say this about him, but someone that we love does something fucked up, we'll look the other way. No one liked John Gruden, so it's easy to bash on him.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. And I think that even in the like what you guys were saying, like in the context of like whoever leaked it and stuff like that, it's not only how the like public receives it, it's that those people didn't care until it probably benefited them to leak that information.
Yeah, of course.
And,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders leaked it just to fire him so they can not pay him $10 million to suck.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, to me, it was all about money anyways. It was just a way to get rid of him.
Yeah, I agree. You're totally right. All right, well, there you have it.
Do we have a shout out? We have a birthday from Austin, Texas. Joe is giving a big birthday shout out to Vera. 29th birthday. They've been listening to the podcast since day one. They left beautiful Santa Barbara for Austin. I don't know about that, Joe.
Well, seems to be the trend.
That's interesting. But happy birthday, Vera. 29 years old. The big 3-0 next year.
Coming around quicker than you think. Enjoy it while you got it. The last year of your 20s.
Yes, exactly.
Happy birthday. Anything else? Any other shout outs?
No other shout outs.
No other shout outs.
All right, there you have it. We will see everyone on Thursday. Bye-bye.